Kugan Cassius, IFLTV here with Johnny Fisher at the Matchroom event. Do you know why you're here?
I've had a little inkling of why. It's like a rebrand, I reckon. I've seen a few new logos there. So yeah, Matchroom Boxing sort of rebranding and differentiating itself a little bit as its own entity, which is always a good thing.
Have you lot thought about rebranding ever?
Yeah, I could go like totally woke if you're not seen by my Birkenstocks. I'm the Wokeford ball now.
Yeah?
You're the Wickford ball, I'm the Wokeford ball.
The Wickford ball, I like that.
Yeah.
I like
so
that.
I've gone woke after got to have a rebrand after the defeat, and I'm going for the woke market. Because losing, it doesn't matter, it's all about the taking part, guys, okay? Yeah.
How are you, first of all?
I'm alright, mate, I'm good. Listen, it's part of life, isn't it? It's part of boxing. You don't want to lose. But heavyweight boxing, you're probably going to lose at some point, and it's hard to take, but what do? You pick yourself up, you go back on the horse, and we go again. And yeah, that's all you can do.
Do you think it will only completely come out of your system when you fight again? Or
I think so, but listen, I could have scooted around and gone another route after the first fight. I could have probably done a couple of easier fights abroad or done this and that, but something in me just said you've got to do the second fight. I probably overanalyzed and didn't execute the game plan correctly, or the one that we did have probably wasn't correct, and I paid the price for it. But the good thing about that is I've not scooted around it, I've been in there, I've lost, but now it's become apparent about what I need to do moving forward, you know. I could have dilly-dallied around it and not changed anything, but I've been there, it's a shock, I've been in that situation, and now everything's clear about what I've got to do next.
potential turn, I spoke to Eddie Earn about it yesterday, talking about possibly October.
Yeah.
Yeah?
October would be good, and then December. Just get a bit more experience under my belt. And that isn't just experience of fighting, because I've had that shock from the beginning of the crowds and stuff, and it has been a high pressure environment, but now it will be slightly different, and it's about high quality sparring for me. When I've sparred people that are above my pay grade, that are classes above me, that's when I've learnt the most. So although it's about the fighting, it's also about the preparation in the camps that I need to bear in mind. For example, when I sparred Dubois, when I sparred Filip Hrgovic, them experiences make me grow as a fighter, and it's become apparent now that that's what I need, because I am only 26, and in my fight, amateur and pro, I've had 23, 24 fights, so I've got a lot to learn.
What did you think about Hearn's comments about you potentially your next fight having to just drop down a little bit for your next fight?
Well, yeah, I would think that's probably right, and it's probably correct, isn't it? Like, boxing and Matchroom and any promoter, and Sky or whatever, Frank Warren, it's a business as well, and I've lost. I'm not at the top of the pile anymore. I've got to now take time. It's probably going to do me a favour having a bit of time to breathe and being low on the card, because the problem is with that, though, I'm still going to bring a lot of supporters. I've got really loyal supporters and a fan base, but now I've got breathing space and the pressure's been lifted a little bit, and I can improve and do what needs to be done.
What do you think about the fights that Dave Allen's been in with at the moment?
Yeah.
Parker, TKV, Wilder, even Eddie Earn wants that fight.
I've seen posters of him and Joshua.
Yeah.
So listen, it shows you that having losses, because Dave's had 6 or 7 losses, doesn't mean anything. In a year's time, the landscape changes again. If I have a couple of wins and I win an English title at some point next year, you're back in a mix and people at the top of people's tongues, on the tip of people's tongues. But that's the nature of the boxing game. 1 minute you're at the top of the crest and the next minute you're down. I'm not saying I was at the top, but it's peaks and troughs. As David Brent said, life's a series of peaks and troughs. But I'm not in a trough, I would say, but I've had a little check. Now it's time to keep building, and I'm positive about that, because it's going to give me time to breathe.
Right, well listen, we'll look forward to the kind of, want to call it a comeback or whatever you want to call it, but we'll look forward to
a comeback.
look forward to seeing you in the ring again.
Thank you very much,
right?
We'll be back, and I'm looking forward to it myself. Thank you, everyone.